Alrighty, Smarky Family, DJ here, and with my predictions for tomorrow's SummerSlam. And yes, the card looks really good, and I hope it's an A. I can give it an A+ grade when we do our Was It Worth It. We'll just have to wait and see. We do have a pre-show tag team match with Rusev and Lana versus Almas and Vega, and Selena Vega. I do think Rusev and Lana are going to win. I think Aiden English gets mixed up somehow, but I don't know if he's going to help him or hurt him. I hope he helps him. I've seen Vega and Almas get over too many times on SmackDown, so it's usually not going to happen on the pay-per-view. So, I got Rusev and Lana. Next, I have the B-Team versus the Revival, in a pre-show Raw Tag Team Championship match. I don't like the B-Team. I never really have. They are a good tag team together. Don't get me wrong, but they're just not my type of style. But I'll choose the Revival in this one. Next, we have Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak in a pre-show Cruiserweight Championship match. I don't know much about these guys. I don't watch 205 Live. But when I did, I watched a little bit of it back in the day. But Cedric Alexander was pretty good. I like his wrestling style. I don't know much about Drew Gulak. Issa and Liam will probably tell you more about them. So I'm just going to go with my gut and pick Cedric Alexander. Next, we have a singles match with Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. I don't want to see Daniel Bryan lose, but I've been watching SmackDown the last couple of weeks, and there's not much going on with this storyline. I don't know what they're doing with it. It's kind of a... I don't know. I just don't like what they're doing with it. Any of these two could win, and it would be fine with me. I do like The Miz and his gimmick that they've been doing with him for years, and I like Daniel Bryan and what they're doing with him. So, I just hope that whoever wins, wins, and I'll just pick The Miz. Next, we have Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I'm hoping that Finn Balor can make this a really good match. Baron Corbin's not the fast-paced style type wrestler that Finn Balor is. But I would like to see a fast-paced match, I hope. With Finn Balor moving around a lot, getting Baron Corbin tired. So, I'll just pick Finn Balor. Next, we have the United States Championship match with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. I think Randy Orton's gonna mess up this match some kind of way. Jeff Hardy's been on Jeff Hardy's been on Randy Orton's mind for a few weeks. So I think he's gonna interfere some way. I think Shinsuke wins, but Shinsuke is gonna win via disqualification from Randy Orton. Next we have Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Tag Team, Women's Championship, sorry. Yes, I do think that Charlotte Flair is going to win just because she's on the cover for the, thing in April with Triple H and, Undertaker, or whatever it is, the Great Show, whatever they call it. I will pick Charlotte Flair. I think her and Becky Lynch are going to get in a fight during this, get in a feud. Their friendship's going to be gone after this. We're going to have a lot of screaming from Carmella. Hate to say it. James Ellsworth's going to try and do something, I think, to help her out. I don't know. But I think Charlotte Flair's going to win this match overall. Next, we have the Braun Strowman Money in the Bank holder versus Kevin Owens. And whoever wins this match will win the Money in the Bank contract. So this is going to be a really good match. I think this could be one of the matches of the night. I'm not going to say it is going to be the match of the night. I'll let you know later what match I think that is. But this match could be a 5-star match. I like Kevin Owens. I don't want, just because he was on SmackDown for a while, I know his style. Braun Strowman, I know his style a little bit. It's kind of a strong monster style. Beat you down with his hands. So I think it could be a really good match. I hope it's a 5-star match. You'll just have to wait and see when you see my wasn't worth it video. But I will pick Braun Strowman for that match. Next, I will pick the Intercontinental Championship match. Dolph Ziggler versus Braun Strowman. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. And I think one of the things that's important to mention here is that Dean Ambrose came back Monday night, and I don't think Seth's winning via disqualification. I think he will win the title, but I think he will distract Dolph Ziggler enough to help out Seth Rollins without getting Seth Rollins disqualified. So, yes, they are going to work together as part of the Shield. So I can't wait to see what happens there. It's going to be a really good match. I like both wrestlers' fighting styles. Both a little fast-paced for me, so I like it. We'll just have to wait and see if it's a really good match. That could be another match of the night. I will pick Seth Rollins for that match. Next, we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I don't think anybody's beating the Bludgeon Brothers anytime soon. It definitely won't be the New Day. I don't think the New Day's beating them. I just hate how they keep doing the same matches over and over for the SmackDown titles. Please bring somebody in new. But all in all, Bludgeon Brothers are going to win this match easily. Next, we have a WWE Championship match with AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. That, as we all know, Tuesday night, AJ Styles had to be restrained from Samoa Joe. I think AJ Styles is retaining his title. Not just because he's on the cover of 2K19, but because he's a good wrestler and I don't want Samoa Joe as champion. Next, we have the Raw Women's Championship match with Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. I think this match will be really, really good. Well, I shouldn't say really, really good because Ronda Rousey hasn't done too much singles competition. I think Alexa Bliss is going to make this match. And I don't know what to make of it. Nia Jax might interfere some kind of way, but it could be your good or your bathroom break match. I don't know. We're going to find out. Alexa Bliss is your winner for that match and retaining the title. Next, we have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. I think Roman Reigns is going to win finally, and we get this feud over with. We've had this match way too many times. I'm sorry to say this, Bobby Lashley should be fighting for the title right now. He did beat Roman Reigns. But we do have this match, and I will pick Roman Reigns for this. So, yeah. The match is for SummerSlam, and please tune in at 7 o'clock Central Time for SummerSlam live with Liam, Issa, and I on Smarky Wrestling Alliance YouTube channel. Please check that out.
Hello everybody, you know me. Okay, no you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Issa J, your Smarky Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion. And I'm sitting right next to
Liam Landry.
And as you saw before, you just watched DJ's picks. So now we just cut ourselves into it to do our picks because it's for the championship. We do not know who he has. He has not texted us.
We're gonna show how wrong he is and or right, depending on these picks.
Yeah, but we'll definitely see what happens. Like, just to keep things fair, and in case he wants to watch to see later, I did not watch his video to see what his picks are, and he didn't text either of us what he chose. So we are going in this blind. So we're just going to start things off with the pre-show. And the first pre-show match, which is the only thing that's not for anything on the pre-show, is Rusev and Lana versus Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. This is a mixed tag match, and Rusev is super excited about being on the pre-show for this match.
He's loving it.
He's tweeting all about it.
Yeah, he's totally honored to be on that pre-show.
And unless he plays a lot of backdoor politics, I think my pick is Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega because of shenanigans with Aiden English.
Yeah, I mean, let's put the parallels here. You know, WWE World Championship match, kickoff show of SummerSlam. completely equal. Remember that. But anyways, I'm also going to do my anticipations of these matches, and I actually have a fairly good anticipation. I'm going to give this a 3 out of the possible 5 out of the anticipation. Only because we know how it's going to end. Aiden English going to mess things up. Most likely leading the feud with them. So, Selena Vega and Andrade Cien Almas is my pick.
Yeah, so yeah, we're basically agreed on this one right here. And I watched a lot of prediction videos. Virtually everybody had Andrade Cien Almas in this one.
Yeah.
So
that should be a really good match, though.
And I really dig your whole hype for things.
Yes.
So can I piggyback off of that?
Sure, I guess.
Cool. I'll also agree and give it a 3 because
it'll be a really good match, as given the work from all these competitors beforehand. Yeah. It's just since we know the ending, and I would say it actually, compared to the rest of the card, it had a pretty medium build.
Yeah.
But that's not saying much about the rest of the card. Let's get into it, though.
All right. Let's get more into the pre-show. Surprisingly, there's 3 matches, and match number 2 is the B team, which of course is Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, versus the Revival, which is Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. So everyone who's been watching us knows I really want Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler to have all the belts, to acquire all of the Raw belts, and if they could do all of SmackDown as well, that would be awesome too. But let's not push our luck. However, they're now completely pushing the B team as complete baby faces, and because Drew and Dolph are completely just not nice people, what better way to get them away from Seth Rollins than to have them feuding with the babyface team of the B team, grab those titles off of them, and they're just one more title away for having all the belts by Survivor Series. That's what I want to see by Survivor Series, and they keep all the belts until WrestleMania. I don't know if it's going to happen. That's just what I'm hoping. So I'm picking B team to retain, so that way all of this craziness can happen.
I would go and give this a hype of 3 as well, as the last one, because it could definitely be good, especially if they allow these people to go. The Revival put on some really great matches. I'm sure the B team can go with them as well. And overall, I would say the B team is probably going to win. I would say, and I would give away my last pick, but I don't think there's going to be a title change on the pre-show as much. And if there was one, I wouldn't think it'll be this one.
Yeah.
Because I think down the road, the competitors that they will have later on, it's more likely that those competitors going for the titles will be heels, like the AOP or even Dolph and Drew, you know? So it would make more sense to have a face team, you know, leading the pack.
Yeah. So that pushes us into our last and I am also in agree with a 3, because the B team is completely underutilized, even though they're champions, and they can pull off things that we just don't even know they can pull off yet. So, like Liam said, I hope they just let them go.
Yeah.
And then the last match is our cruiserweight match, Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. Cedric Alexander comes in as champion. So, a lot of people are saying this, and I kind of agree. That's why I'm also picking Drew Gulak. Cedric has done everything that he can with his title reign, and unfortunately it hasn't been very prestigious. They haven't let him have matches or real feuds, and I feel like giving the title to Drew Gulak is the proper choice here. Moreover, the last time we've actually seen the belt on a pay-per-view was WrestleMania, and that's when it became Cedric's. So it being another pay-per-view, a real pay-per-view, not the Greatest Royal Rumble, I can actually see them being like, okay, Drew Gulak's turn. Even more so because Drew Gulak has a really good gimmick going on, basically saying that if you step to me, you will tap out. And he hasn't been tapping people out, he's just been putting them to sleep. So I really dig what they're doing, and once Drew gets into that next gear, I don't know if Cedric will be able to get into that next gear right now. So I'm hoping Drew gets this win, and this is actually the title change that happens on the pre-show.
Quote says that linked to before.
4. This is a 4 for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 as well. As I was saying before, if there was going to be a title change, this was going to be the one, and it's pretty close. But I am leaning towards Cedric Alexander here, especially since Drew Gulak got the better of him on 205 Live this past week, beating him up, and that's normally a good tell of who's going to go over or not. So I think it's going to be Cedric Alexander. I don't know who's going to be coming next for the title. I don't watch 205 Live, as I really should be, because I'm hearing great things about it. But overall, I'll just go with Cedric Alexander. But this is definitely one where I could be wrong at. That's a good toss-up.
Yeah.
One of the big toss-ups of the night.
Yeah, and on the pre-show, no less.
Yes.
One thing I will say is whenever Cedric Alexander gets a win, a little bit later down the line, Mustafa Ali beats that same person in a feud, and right now he's feuding with Hideo Itami, who Cedric Alexander just beat to retain his title. So if it's not Drew, they're probably going to do the rematch of Mustafa versus Cedric soon, if Cedric retains. If not, then I think it's going to be Drew Gulak, but we'll see. This is the first one that we differ on, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so the match that should be on the pre-show, but is actually on the main card, for whatever reason, Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin.
I wasn't sure which one we were going with.
This is a 1 for me, because I've seen it twice now. He's seen it once, and both times it was exactly what we thought it would be. Baron Corbin, all the offense, and Finn Balor either getting a sneaky win or not getting a win at all because of shenanigans. It's Finn Balor's third match with Braun Strowman. I think it's going to be Finn Balor because...
Baron Corbin. You said Braun Strowman.
My bad. Baron Corbin. I think it's going to be Finn Balor because if it's not Finn Balor, then that's going to hurt him real bad. And, yeah. I'm not looking forward to this one, guys.
Yeah, I'd also say a 1. I know, it's a very heated rivalry. I mean, one's tall, and the other one's not as tall. That's some big stuff right there. But still, I would give it just a 1, and I would lean towards Finn. When it comes to Baron, he can take the loss because that's kind of his gimmick, is that he is he's
the butt of the joke or something like that.
Well, he's the powerless heel figure. He's supposed to not really have enough power or authority, even though he's an authority figure. So it would fit right into it for him to take a clean loss and actually make sense for the character. He doesn't lose much to that. So
yeah, and then we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day, which for me, I would rather this tag team championship on the pre-show and have the Raw tag team championship on the proper show. But again, that's just me. It's Luke Harper and Eric Rowan versus Big E, Kofi Kingston, and or Xavier Woods. We don't know which two is going to be there. But I'm gonna just take a wild craziness. Bludgeon Brothers is boring, and they've done nothing with them, and there's really nothing they can do with them right now. So I'm going the New Day. They're about to get new merchandise. They're about to do a lot of stuff, and with all the Comic-Cons coming, why not have them going to Comic-Con as the champions? So yeah, why not the New Day? Screw it.
What's your anticipation?
One.
One?
Yeah, because I don't like the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't like what they're doing with the gimmick.
I would at least give it a 2. I have a little more high hopes for it. But I think the New Day is winning. They're not really doing much with Bludgeon Brothers, and I don't really see who's there to unseat them. I mean, it would not really make sense in a storytelling way that New Day couldn't beat them so many other times and then not really change things up and were able to beat them later. But you know, we thought Sanity was going to be the people to unseat them, and since that's not happening, you know, since Sanity's a heel, it would make more sense for them to have a program between the New Day and Sanity going forward, even though New Day has already beat Sanity. But I mean, you really can't do much with the Bludgeon Brothers. They're not doing anything with them, and New Day would be better marketing tools, like you were talking about. So
yeah. So you're picking New Day too?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we have the Money in the Bank match. Not exactly what you think. It's not a Money in the Bank match, but it is for the Money in the Bank. It is the Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. If Kevin Owens wins via DQ, pinfall, submission, or countout, Kevin Owens gets the briefcase. And I am completely against this whole stipulation. I wanted Braun Strowman to just be like, well, Kevin, I cashed in, now I'm the champion. I guess you can't have this match, but that didn't happen. So if Kevin Owens wins, it's gonna be he cashes in and loses to Roman Reigns, which is gonna be stupid. If Braun Strowman wins, what do you do from here? I'm not sure. So yeah, Braun Strowman retains. That's who I'm picking, because please don't screw over Braun.
Yeah, I mean,
Strowman. Two though.
Two.
Or 2.5. 2.5.
I give it just a 1 because I'm just dreading it so much.
Yeah.
You have to have Braun Strowman win here, or else it really hurts him. They have to understand Money in the Bank that can last you a whole year. You don't have to cash it in. You don't have any plans with them right now. You can have plans with them later. It doesn't matter. So allow it to happen and let them keep it. And I think, of course, as we've been building this up, you've been building up Braun losing because of things like countouts or DQs and stuff like that. So it only makes sense for him, the story, to go, he's learning from that, and stops these things from happening with Kevin Owens. So
yeah, I'm hoping he comes out on top. I really do. I know you definitely do. For our other show,
and I know another person who does. Francesca. Braun.
So she can cheer him loud and proud. All right, so let's go with the United States Championship match. Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura, your champion. One weird thing about this is last month Jeff Hardy was supposed to be taking a break.
Yeah, I don't.
But he's been wrestling. Okay.
Taking quite a bit of abuse too.
Yeah, especially from Randy Orton.
Swanton bomb and everything. It's
so. I'm still pick. I want to say that this is a 2.5 for me as well, because I'm interested to see what they do with Randy Orton. Because now that he's heel again, it should be fun. But I'm gonna have to pick Shinsuke Nakamura to retain here. But I think he'll actually get the win. But who knows with Randy Orton coming in and giving Jeff Hardy the DQ win, which would annoy the crap out of me. But I think they're gonna actually give Shinsuke Nakamura the win. So Shinsuke Knox, that's who I've got.
Thinking of annoying Issa here, I'm gonna go with Jeff Hardy via DQ.
Ouch.
Nakamura keeps the belt, but Randy Orton comes in and attacks Jeff Hardy. I mean, Randy Orton's gonna be involved somehow.
Yeah.
And it would seem pointless just to have him beat him up after Jeff Hardy loses again, because he already did that. So I think it's going to happen is Jeff Hardy's going to come in, interfere. It could even be before the match even starts. Let's be honest here. They could come in, destroy Jeff Hardy before he gets to the ring, and just allows him to take the rest at that point. Because you don't have to go into a Randy Orton Jeff Hardy feud. They don't even have to have a match. This can just be the start of his gimmick. He had the Legend Killer. Now it's popular with the Fan Killer, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like he's going. So
Jeff Hardy via DQ.
yes, and I would give this a 3, just because I'm interested in what they do with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they got me interested in Randy Orton, that's an accomplishment that I should honor.
Yeah. And then for me, a 3 for me here is going to be Carmella, your champion, versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Yeah, I'm going to have to say Becky Lynch here. They've been billing her as the next one to hopefully get the title, and she's one who has the most odds. They're putting a lot of the story on her. And I'm already sick and tired of Charlotte Flair in the title picture because she shouldn't be here right now. And sick and tired of Carmella because she's annoying. I want Becky Lynch to be champion so bad here. So I'm going Becky Lynch.
Gotta go with Carmella, because
Dang it.
I think that's just what they're setting up for. I mean, I think it's just going to break down with them fighting, and Carmella will swoop in, steal the victory, and set up a match between Charlotte and Becky for Evolution. And I mean, I think, to be fair, I go with Carmella, Charlotte, and Becky last. No offense to Becky or fans of Becky, I like Becky, but I don't think they see her as the next championship material.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, because I mean, you can talk about the fans being behind her and everything, but the fans were around Daniel Bryan for the longest time before he got the championship.
True.
So,
and then we have the Raw Women's Championship match, which is Alexa Bliss, your champion, versus Ronda Rousey. And 2.5, I guess. Why not? I'm going to go Ronda Rousey via DQ. Keeping the belt onto Alexa, because I don't see them actually giving Ronda Rousey a loss just yet, and I don't think she's championship material. Yeah, sure, she was able to be championship material for UFC. That's a completely different ball game. She didn't have to do all of the press releases and stuff in front of all of the campaigns and all of that Alexa Bliss has done time and time again, and successful. Alexa Bliss is a better champion, and better on the mic, and technically better in the ring, because watching Ronda Rousey versus Alicia Fox, and watching Ronda Rousey throw Alicia Fox's legs into the ropes scared the heck out of me. That was so unsafe. So I think Ronda's winning, but I'm going DQ here, just for that little extra nudge, because she does not need it right now. And if Kairi Sane wins NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, then it's very possible Shayna Baszler is going to turn on her 4 horsewoman associate of the UFC, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I think it's going to be DQ as well. I think she's going to get the title at Evolution, but
I hope it's my girl.
People were debating the concept between per going into Evolution as a title holder versus winning it there. The thing is, she gets a lot more attention as the chaser versus the holder, as most faces really do. So I think it would add a lot more to have a very, heated rivalry between Alexa and Ronda, with Alexa, cheating a lot to get, the victories and stuff and retaining the title, and then Ronda being hurt. And I think it's gonna go. I guess I'll say Ronda via DQ. So she does get the technical victory, just not the belt.
Yeah.
Because that's normally how they like to protect people. But I don't think she's getting the belt today.
And then the IC match is going to be Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre in his corner versus Seth Rollins with Dean Ambrose in his corner. This one is really tough to predict. It could either be Seth Rollins DQ, Seth Rollins clean, Dolph Ziggler clean, Dolph Ziggler DQ. We don't know right now. It is so up in the air. The only thing that we know is that whoever wins may be the Intercontinental Champion. And we don't even know if the winner will be Continental Champion. So this one is really tough to predict. But I'm going Dolph Ziggler to retain because, like I said, like I've been wanting since they became a team, I want Dolph and Drew to have all the belts. So Dolph Ziggler for the win here.
Yeah, I'll go with Dolph retaining as well.
4.5.
I guess from the added mystery, like I don't want to see them wrestle again. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's losing its luster back to back to back, but maybe a 3 just because of the up in the air and Dean Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'll go Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have the biggest feud of WWE in the last decade. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Neither of those names are Roman or Brock.
Please. This feud has been stirring up for 8 years in the making. Finally get the first official pay-per-view match that I'm aware of. And I'm going The Miz here. Definitely number 5 for me. And, yeah. This should be a great match. And with Dirty Means, The Miz winning. So that way, hopefully, we can get them battling for the title at WrestleMania. But we'll see what happens.
I think if you want Daniel Bryan to sign into a long-term contract, you're probably going to have to give him something long-term. And he, as he said before, that he doesn't feel that he doesn't trust WWE to do a long-term storyline. So I think the best way to do it is to present a long-term storyline. So hopefully they try to do that with giving The Miz the victory here.
Yeah. What's your anticipation?
I guess 5.
It's probably the most. This is probably the most anticipated. But for Vince McMahon, the most anticipated match of the night is your Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and yes, it is for that championship. This one is really hard to predict.
Especially since we don't even know Brock's contract.
Which is true.
They're meeting the day of SummerSlam to renegotiate it.
So, wait, what the heck is going on here? But I guess I'll go finally, so that way we can get this over with. Roman Reigns, hopefully. Because I'm sick and tired of Brock Lesnar. I'm sick and tired of this entire storyline. I'm sick and tired of his gimmick of not caring or anything like that. He probably does care. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's annoying. And let's move on past this. Give Roman Reigns the title already, please. Let Roman Reigns be the next Paul Heyman guy. Let people actually like Roman for once. And Yeah, let's just get this over with, please.
Yeah, I would say I would give it to Roman Reigns as well.
Yeah.
If you want to know if Brock Lesnar actually cares, you should see how he looked in the his last Raw appearance. Did you see that?
I did not.
Because he was actually in shape, because he's slimming down to get ready for his fight. So that shows you what he actually cares about.
Yeah.
And I don't think I mean, if he does one, we're not seeing him until well after his fight.
Yeah.
And unlike other people, I just don't see him going out to an actual UFC fight holding the Universal Championship. You know, especially with how much UFC fans just hate wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So don't see it happening. Yeah, so it should go to Roman by now. You must have also not seen it. There was apparently Paul Heyman was offering a contract to Roman Reigns about becoming a Paul Heyman guy. Said something to him in Samoan, and then pepper sprayed him to make it look like he was going. I think whatever that thing was he said in Samoan, which I've never found someone who translates. Apparently no one who watches Raw knows Samoan.
Oh, man.
For some reason. But I think it's saying something like play along or something, you know. And I think Paul Heyman's going to screw over Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns, the new Paul Heyman guy. Should be a good storyline. Yeah, just do that, please.
Yeah, Roman Reigns. So
that was the main event we talked about. Oh, you have another match?
Yeah, the true main event, the one who should be the main event. AJ Styles, the champion, versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. Definitely the other 5 on the card.
Oh, wait.
Because
1 for the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah. 1. 1.5 just to see if he actually is a Paul Heyman guy. Just that half to see if that actually does happen. But
I don't know if I'm going to care at 10:30 at night.
True. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. I'm picking AJ Styles because I feel like he's always doing wrestling on wrestling, and all the heels that he has been facing, other than Shinsuke Nakamura, for the most part, is just wrestling on wrestling. So it's not going to be until The Miz cheats to finally win where he drops the belt, hopefully. But until then, AJ Styles for the win. Also, he's probably going to outlast CM Punk's reign. So yeah, that's what I'm going for.
That was always my thought.
AJ Styles.
That was always my thought leading into this. Well, leading into when people were talking about Brock Lesnar beating Punk's reign, is that it was the different title, and they're gonna probably do that with AJ Styles. But yeah, it's an obvious one. This is a short feud to hold over AJ while he's not in the main event. As long as he's not overpassed by the Intercontinental Championship, I think that's a win. But yeah, anyways, we'll go with AJ with a 4 in anticipation points.
4.
As long as they don't have Samoa Joe wrestle a match like he did with Roman Reigns.
But yeah, those are our picks, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. You also saw DJs at the start of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give us those sexy, sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
Don't forget to share to all of your friends.
And your enemies.
If you like what we do, please hit that subscribe button so that way you are a part of the Smarky family. And then go and hit the notification bell. Why do they do that, Liam?
So you can get notified when we go live. We go live for most pay-per-views and other events outside WWE. And we go live for a podcast shooting with the Smarky family every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And you can also just get notified for when all new videos come out. And yeah, I think that's everything get notified about. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Liam_SWA.
Follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP. And holy crud, follow DJ now at DJC_SEL. We'll tell you all about SEL tomorrow. But or will we? However, the one thing I can say right now 100% is we're about to watch NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. So we'll see you guys later. We'll see you tomorrow.
All fives across the board.
Heck yeah. And until next time, it will be awesome.
Like TakeOver.